Hey traders, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome to my live stream for October 26, 2022, the morning session. So we're market's about to open in about 15 minutes, give or take. So we will see kind of what goes on here in the morning. But we'll wait for a few people to come in. But if you're watching this afterwards, um, I'm going to go over kind of like what I do in the morning. I'm going to go over a live setup, things that I set up on my charts and things like that. So we will wait for a few people to kind of file into the room, and then we will get moving um, and start the live stream. So. And real quick, just this little section's gonna be for the people viewing this after the live stream. We're gonna be day trading and scalping the S&P Emini Futures, um, and we're gonna do the big contract this morning. So every point is gonna be worth $50. We're gonna have a 2-point target, 2-point stop loss, and manage risk from there. Hey, good morning, Crystal. What's going on? Hey, Nancy. Great to see you guys. Um, we're going to just wait for a few more people to kind of file in before I'm going to go over my quick little morning routine, the way I set things up, and kind of go over what I look at every morning so you guys could kind of see how it's done on my end. So far, futures are down about 27 S&P points, right? If we zoom out, look at the bigger picture, what's really going on, right? We did actually have the gap. We had horrible earnings from last night um, with Microsoft, Google, couple companies kind of dragging the market down. We Last night I actually did a live stream, and I said I think we're coming back up to retest this, maybe even the gap fill, and look at this, right to the gap fill, and then reversal, kind of that has been filled, pull back, and we're just chopping right in the middle of that range. So nothing too crazy, but let's um let's jump in here. I'm gonna kind of go over with you guys what my morning routine is, right? What I look to do every single morning. So first thing I do, set up my charts. Today, just so you guys know, instead of having the MACD with the two lines, I'm gonna just throw up a stochastic full. This is showing me essentially what's going on with the 5 minute chart. Um, so I could see for divergences on 5 minute charts, things like that, without actually pulling up a 5 minute chart. I see it all on my 1 minute, have my fast stochastics, things like that. But first thing I'm going to do, come over to this chart, and I'm going to update my gap, any open gaps or VPOCs. A VPOC is a virgin point of control, which means it has not been tested yet. Now, this one, I had one. If you want, you could do one. I would just duplicate. This is how I update them, right? And then I'll just sit there and kind of update the exact price and look something like this. Here's why I don't have one here, is because price came pretty close yesterday. Um, we got down to about 80 38.06. This one's at 37. Yeah, one know something, we'll leave it. I'll leave it there. I updated this morning's VPOC. Usually, whenever I do VPOCs, they're like half a point wide. I'll usually err to the side. If we're gapping lower, I'll go above it. If we're gapping or if price is below, I'll actually usually go a little bit below it, right? We have our gap right here. This is a 5 minute regular trading out sorry, a 5 minute 5 day regular trading session type of chart right here with a market profile, each day's profile right here, and then for all 5 days, the bigger profile. I like to be able to see structure of the market, right? If I zoom up, kind of zoom in, zoom out, I could see, okay, hey, we have some poor structure down here. We have a little poor structure up here. So we'll see if it takes this out. But on trending markets, it's really good to see, okay, hey, we keep doing gap and go, right? Or we keep backfilling, cleaning up the chart, which should be healthy. Um, so, so I take care of that. The next chart that I go to is over here. These are my weekly S&P E-mini trade zones. Um, this is what I do my service for. Um, and I'll just kind of give you guys a quick little glimpse of it, right? It's $100 lifetime access, one payment only, right? You get these S&P mini weekly trade zones plus my top 5 trading video course. This is what's included with the video course, how to draw my trade zones, the waterfall divergence, 61, 8, 70, change that to 75. When think in your head when you're watching and selling puts for monthly income. Okay. And these trade zones I update every single weekend. Okay. And essentially they're support and resistance levels. We only hit one zone because I really wasn't loving anything and we kind of blew right through it. But we did come close to it. Um, and if we look, this is what the zone was for this week, right? And we just kind of blew through it. They happen. That's why we have a very tight stops on them, or just kind of trade around that zone and understand that it's we're either right or right out of the trade. So that's what's going on there. So we have really no zones. The closest ones right around the 39.23 level, up above, and then nothing until way down here, 36. So those really are not going to be in play. I do like to look at the SPX chart, 15-minute chart. I actually plot open gaps, things like that. We're going to have a gap here, support resistance. There's a gap here, support resistance. Sometimes I like to glance at this chart and see exactly what's going on. So, um, SPX, a lot of people who trade the ESs never talk about looking at the SPX. I really enjoy it because it's the cleanest thing out there. Remember, the ESs track the SPX, but because of the role in the ES, the SPX is a continuous contract. Well, you're going to see the numbers are totally off because there's a roll. But as you get closer to that 3 month expiration, the next one will be in December, right? Triple witching. Then those two numbers will be exactly the same. And these are the numbers I'm talking about, right? 38.59, 38.36. And you'll see right now I want to say there's about 8 or 9 point difference, give or take. But this will start to go live, will gap lower, and then you'll see exactly. My next chart that I like to look at, and I update this every single week, and I'll go into depth a little more on this chart um, later on today, is these are essentially expected moves on the SPX, right? If we come over to all products and we type in SPX here, okay, essentially what they are is the expected move. And I update these right after the market close every single weekend, or every Friday. And the expected move for the next 2 days is 78, we'll say 79 points, right? Today's expected move is 36. Well, guess what? We've already gapped down 33, right? So we are right around that expected move of today's volatility, right? So with that being said, you could see we have where we closed on Friday, we have one standard deviation and then a two standard deviation on the call side. And I actually do a three standard deviation on the put side. And if we start to get to these second standard deviations, or the third or somewhere near there, I will look to start selling puts a couple days out. So maybe even weeklies, monthlies, things like that, a couple months out, and I'll look for a reversion back to the mean. So hopefully that makes sense. And then finally, I'm going to bring over this chart over here. And these are, if you guys don't know, shadowtrader.net. I've been following this guy my entire trading career almost. What I do, go here, go to stocks, the Swing Trader free newsletter is what I like, right? And then I come over here to the latest October 26th one, right? And the only thing I care about is if you scroll down, today's ES value area high and value area low. We could see we're at 38.66 and 38.38. So what I'll do is I come over to the ES, I go to my studies, edit, and I come over here to this level right here. I call it Brad's basic POC. Don't ask me why, but I'll go back here and I go, okay, we're 38.66, 38.38. I change the code right in here. 38.66, 38, what was it again? Already forgot. 38, 38. 38.0. So the reason I change it in the code itself right here in the ThinkScript code is because it'll update on all my charts that I actually have this in. Okay. And then I just click OK, apply. And it's essentially this right here. This is yesterday's value area high and low. And another cheat sheet way of doing it, but this isn't exactly the same. It's essentially these levels right here, value area high and low. Okay, look, we're at 38 right here. We're at 66, right? Same exact levels. They are the value area high and low of the previous day. So that's what's going on there. And I just like to plot them because you'll be amazed how well these levels work going into the open into like a rising market or a falling market. A lot of times there's a quick little scalp if it lines up with other things. That's all I'm really looking for. So I update that. We got about 2.5 minutes until the market opens. What's going on, Amy and Aaron? Hope you guys are having a good morning. Thanks for joining. Remember, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, shoot them in there. But we're going to do And the same thing we did last night, right? Last night we did pretty well. And we're just going to be patient. I usually don't like to trade the first few minutes, usually the first half hour, but because I'm doing live feeds like this, it's going to be a little different because I know other people are kind of trading. Remember, real quick, none of this is a trade advice. I'm just some dude on YouTube. Um, this is educational purposes only. So if you do follow any of my trades, it's at your own risk, and always manage risk. Aaron, what fin levels do you prefer? Oh, Fibonacci levels. My levels, these are my levels right here. If I'm doing a retracement, I love the 38, 50, 61, 8, 75. Those are my numbers. I used to love the 70. Now I like the 70 and love the 75. In my video course, it's I talk about the 70, but if it's now the 75 level. So that's for the retracement. For fib extensions, right? These are the levels: the 127.2, the 1618, and the 200. So hopefully that helps. I'll even type it in there. 38, 2, 50, 61, 8. And that scared me. Fib extensions are the 127, 27, 2, 1618, and then the 200. So hopefully that helps. Um, hey Nancy, do I watch the tick? No, I could care less about the tick, to be honest with you. Um, Again, for what I do, it doesn't work. Remember, for some people, it works. We all have to make our own. Trust me, I've done everything in the past. I've gone down those rabbit holes. If I could teach you guys um, anything, learn one thing, figure out, spend a year trying to figure out what really works, what resonates with you, and then become a master of it. For some people, they love the tech. Me, I'm not a huge fan of it. Not saying it doesn't work. It's just not what I use. What I do use sometimes um, is the advanced decline line. I'll do something like this. I have a special setup for it, and maybe I'll leave it on this morning. And it's literally, I will just track a today only, and as we're making divergences, sometimes there will be a divergence on this, the AD lines, which actually show. So okay, so this is why I don't especially like trading the first couple minutes, just a lot of whipsawness. I call this kind of, we'll call it amateur hour. I get it. There's a lot of volatility, make money really quick, but it's very hard. Sometimes to levels don't always work because all the stocks, which the ESs actually track, right, are usually getting their order books all cleaned out from the overnight sessions. So, but market looks like it wants to kind of maybe rally, maybe fill the gap, right? On this side, right? Come up, look at this, right? Here we go. And we're right at the gap. We just filled the gap, right? This is why I mark it. And look at the reaction, right? Quick little reaction. And whenever I talk about reactions, I'm just talking quick 1 point pause, things like that. But so we filled the gap. So what I'm going to do now is because we filled this gap, I'm going to erase this line. It's already done. Try and keep the chart as clean as possible. Now, if you want, you can always add these levels, right? I have the gap here. And guess what? There's a VPOC up here now. So I can have these on this chart if I want, but not what I'm really looking for. Um, so we'll see. We'll let this market kind of play out for a few minutes. AD lines plus 820. Okay. While the market's down 2,500 or 25 points, it should be negative 825, not positive 825 on the AD lines. So we'll see. So real quick, let's look at the trend, right? We are making a kind of took out these highs, right? A low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, took out the low, but then reversed and took out this high right here. Look at where price came right back down to bounce off it. Um, so we are making higher highs, higher lows. We took out this. If we take this out, this entire structure of this entire market will actually turn to being bullish. So if we want, let's grab our Fibonacci tool, grab it, right? And see if there's a trade setup somewhere. Maybe right here, right? Look at this. We have all three, the 100, the VWAP high lows, and also the 61.8 at 40.50. Right, let's try it. I'm gonna put order in for 40.50 to see if we could get a bounce off this, maybe a quick little double bottom if price does come down. So I will try that trade and use a 2 point stop loss with a 2 point target. If we keep rallying, we'll see. We are in a or a waterfall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Lower highs. So the market is bearish on the 1 minute. But look at the strength of the AD lines. But we'll see. Um, one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the first half hour is because of time. Sometimes news comes out at 6:45 my time. I'm in Vegas. So what happens is I don't want to be stuck in a trade or have a order pending, and all of a sudden the market flushes, something happens. So that, and then also it's 7 a.m. So the market just turned bullish. I'm going to cancel this order. No longer like it. If we do this and then pull all the way back, we'll have divergence potentially, double top with a little bit of divergence. Not a huge fan of that. So if we come, I like more probably down at the 75 level because we also have the value area low and also all these wick bodies, right? Wick highs all at that same level of right around 30, we'll say 38.38, but we'll see. So let's get rid of this. We just made a new high. AD line's getting stronger, right? So it's a telltale. Again, Nancy, you asked about the ticks, right? Kind of see the same thing a lot of times in the AD lines. Um, Now, this I'm going to talk about as the morning goes on. This is my holy grail right here. Okay. This little sucker, it's a today only 3-minute chart. I love this chart more than any other chart. Um, the reason I say that is it tells me what's happening under the hood. And what I mean by that is there's a picture being drawn, right? It's a market profile, and it's showing me where the buyers are, where the sellers potentially could take it, or the buyers take it, high volume nodes, low volume nodes, things like that. But it usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour for it to draw, kind of start to really form a good picture. And then it gives us levels of where we could trade or not trade. So no divergence anymore, right? We had that double top, right? But then price kind of rallied back up. We're making highs. Aaron, I missed where did you pull the value areas? So value areas are from shadowtrader.net, right? So if you go to shadowtrader.net, sign up for a free account, right? And then go to stock swing trade newsletter, go here, click on the very first one, right? The date, it'll give you the date, and then scroll all the way down and you'll see today's ES and NQ market profiles. All I care about are value area high and low. I do not care about the point of control with these levels. Point of control, there's really no trade. I've watched it for years. There's nothing there. But value area high and low are gold. So, welcome. Um, okay, so we are making higher highs, higher lows. Now, here is a potential trade, right? Saying up, but guess what? We just took out the lows, right? But we are bouncing right off this. If you want, even though we took out this low, we have a high, low, sorry, a low, a high, higher, low, higher, high. We just broke below that low. Market, until taken out, we're actually bearish now. Okay, something to be aware of. Also, as we made these highs, we have a little bit of divergence. But again, I'm not trading in any of this. There's nothing that I love right now. Don't like I said, I want the market to settle in. And think about it this way, right? You guys have been with me on the night session. I love the night session. And the reason being is because it's very slow, it's very methodical. Even though I don't trade it all the time, um, it's just the market moves in a different way. But usually within the after about the first hour, the market starts to slow down and then starts to trade, very much like the night session. Look at this, right? Think about this. I said this structure of the market, the minute we took out the slow, changed, right? And look what the market did. It rallied, right? And then we're about to make new lows right here, potentially. If we lose this, we could come all the way back down here. And then this is just becomes very ugly. And there's the new lows right there. And so we're now making lower highs, lower lows type of situation, right? Um, so let's zoom out. Again, look at this price action, right? Very choppy, really nothing going on. So, Nancy, so the red and white arrows, what they are is it's a special code. Um, I'll share this layout. You may have it, you may not, but it's essentially this right here, the MACD cross arrows on the upper study. I could change this to however many candles back, right? So look at all the little red guys right here. These red candles, right? One, two, three. If I go back, four, right? So you can kind of back test them and see they work pretty well. What they are is when this goes from red to green, the histogram on the MACD, it shows an arrow. I personally just like showing the very last one. That's why I have it on one, right? So it keeps the chart clean. And there are times where these red arrows will trend just like these will trend for a while, right? This arrow happened here, probably right around there. And yes, sometimes you get retracements, pullbacks, but look at the move lower it made, right? And then this green arrow, boom, could have rode this up. Red arrow kind of rode this down a little bit. So hopefully that helps. And for anybody new, I'm going to post this grid in the what you call it, the chat room. You're welcome, Nancy. So now, if we want, we know we're making lower highs, right? On the micro, but the macro, okay, so here's the micro move right here. But the macro is this entire move right here. If we grab our fib, we came down, overshot, but look at what we did right at that value area low, the shadow trader value area low level. Look at that, right? We're right there. Okay. And we bounce. Look at the bounce that we had off that level. And those are the ones that I showed you guys how to update. Very powerful if you watch them on a daily basis. Is there a trade here? Hmm, look what we did because we know on the micro, we're making lower highs, lower lows, right? Came up to the 1618 and pulled right back down. Aaron, yes. I'll only use the I mean, if I'm looking at a bigger time frame, I'll use fibs. It doesn't matter what time frame. Doesn't have to be the 1 minute, but for what we're doing here, just scalping, all I have are the 1 minute charts, right? Now, over here on the 3 minute chart, these white lines and then the red, green, red levels right here, just so you guys know, are the 30. So this is the 0, 100, right? 38, 50, 60, 8 fib retracements for the day's high to low, right? And look at the picture that we're starting to draw. We're starting to draw a very balanced bell-shaped curve morning so far. But we'll see. Like you said, there's news coming out in about 12 minutes. Sit on my hands. There's nothing going on, but I'm just watching, right? Watching what price does. So really just chopping around. And this is why, again, I love this chart because everything is telling me we're trying to just balance right now. And look at that. A lot of people thought we were getting breakout, they're getting long. And guess what? They're wrong. Um, and you could see it. Just so we have a little bit of excess down here, nothing, tiny bit on the upside, and usually excess are wicks to the upside downside, right? And we're just churning, probably waiting for the news to come out. So let's look at the bigger picture, right? Here's a 15-minute chart. Look at all this sideways chop, right? So much is trading within this level, right? This is kind of our new level. Um, it's kind of interesting, right? We filled the gap, churning. Look at the divergence, or sorry, RSI. Really nothing going on. Yeah, it's. I mean, I hate to say it, but as traders, we must stay disciplined, right? Listen, could we find trades all day long? But could we find very high quality trades where we have a high probability of winning? That's the secret, and that's what takes time. So again, just churning if you want, and we'll just do this for practice, right? Draw our fib, right? Made the high. Look where the pullback came. 38 bounced, then right to the 50 bounced. If you want, we could grab our fib extension and just draw this leg, right? This leg, where could we go? And so what I'll do is I'll go from the low to the highest, back to the lowest peak, right? I'll then take the same exact leg, I'll go from high to low all the way back up. So now what we've done is we've created a potential trade just from this leg to the upside or to the downside. Now we got levels up here to look for shorts. We got levels down here to look for longs. Yeah, and Interesting. Potential double top. Now look at this, right? I know this is not a divergence right here, but if you think about it, right, we came pretty close to a double top, right? Well, look at what the MACD did. When we were up here, dude, there was all this strength, right? We fell, right? As we get all the way back up in this level, it's all red still. Same with our stochastic, right? Even though the market's working the way it should, just something to be aware of in a potential telltale, right? Um, Not saying there's a trade, but these are things that you want to train your eyes to actually look for. So again, the market's just churning, and where can we see it? On our market profile. Nice, clean bell-shaped curve. I've been calling this for a while. Look at our AD lines, right? On this rally all the way back up near the highs, look at the AD lines, right? Nowhere near the highs. Remember, all this is what we're looking at under the hood. Think of that, right? It's kind of like you got a really nice car on the outside, but guess what? You blew the engine of your Ferrari, and you got to go put a Honda Civic because you you had enough of Bitcoin to buy the car, but now that Bitcoin's dropped, don't have enough money to buy to fix the engine, so you have borrow an engine, right? So the car looks good from the outside, which is this chart, but this is kind of telling you how much horsepower you have under it. So feel market feels we got about um, 4.5 minutes until news comes out. I think once news comes out, market will pick a direction either higher or lower. Um, Let me know. Have you guys done any trades yet this morning? Yeah, we're stuck. We're just stuck in this little range right here. There's really no telltale, right? I mean, the only people that who do you think's made money right here all morning? Somebody made money, right? Was it the longs or the shorts, or was it the brokers? Because everybody's getting whipsawed around, right? Stopped out. Try and get a couple points. Get stopped out. Try and get a couple points. Stopped out, right? Keep losing on commissions. Exactly, Nancy. Good job, Crystal, on being patient. And real quick, good job, Aaron. Yeah. Hey, like I said, sometimes it's boring, right? Markets don't give us opportunities. But I go, hey, you could sit here and watch this, or you could go work at Walmart and greet people and make the same amount of money, right? So, um, real quick, if you guys go on your Thinkorswim to Market Watch, click on Market. where is it? Economy events. It'll tell you usually what the news is, right? So today, at 7 a.m., right? We actually have Bank of Canada, BOC monetary policy report, new home sales. Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome, right? Dude, with the way the housing market is with 7% interest rates, yeah, those should be killer numbers. State Street Investor Conference Index and EIA Petroleum's report. And then we have a 2 and 5 year auction and then industrial. If you guys want to look at earnings, just uncheck that. And then it'll tell you what all the earnings are. Come over here for tomorrow, right before the bell. So a lot of people don't know about all this. So just kind of want to throw it out there to you all. Okay, so the market's now starting to break down, right? We got 1 minute until the bell, or sorry, until the news. Uh, I'm glad that's helping, Nancy. Like I said, if you guys could grab one piece of the information, it's all I care about. It's just those nuggets that add up to a lot of the nuggets, right? You're not going to learn everything watching one stream or one video. So think about this, right? We opened here, okay? Here's a high, or sorry, the low, the high, right? This is a range we've traded in. We could see over here. But look at the AD lines. We opened here and we're making lows. So here's our news event, right? And look at how well these fibs work. Look at that right to it. Okay. And the reason I harp so much on I want you guys to learn why these fibs are so important because they are the algorithms, right? These are, dude, price is moving way too quick for any of us, right? These are algorithms that are right below the CME, right? And they're just supercomputers and they are what moves the markets, go right to it and then bounce. I drew this earlier just from that leg, right? Now, sometimes you'll see overshots, but if you could start to believe in your indicators and your things, it becomes really, really strong. Now, I'm not taking any of these trades. Okay. And the reason being is because, again, there's no edge. I want the market to settle, let the news digest, and then look for patterns. Now, I will tell you the market's now bullish, right? Kind of breaking out, took out those highs, took out these lows. Think of it as a bearish engulfment candle, right? This candle just took out the low and then took out the high. So we just engulfed all that price action in that one candle. So now, if we want, I'm not saying I am, I'm just saying we could grab our Fibonacci retracement and look for a potential trade, right? And watch how price reacts right to the 50. Again, sometimes you blow through levels, not saying one works better than the other, but it's just watch reactions, right? Start to believe in this, but you want to look for other levels of support, right? Or resistance where it could bounce. Like 75 with all this, but you give up this entire move, we're probably taking out the lows. Because look what just happened over here on our 3 minute market profile. If we take out the lows, all of this is now excess on the market profile. Not saying that this is what's going to happen, but if we take out these lows, this market This auction is done and everybody's going to be trapped up here. Remember, we talked about it last night, right? What do wicks mean? Means that everybody's trapped, right? And if they start to push it, these guys are all going to panic. And if we take out these lows, then they're all screwed. So, yeah, I'll give you another one. Yoga girl. Okay? I'll give you this is the story, right? I think I did this before, but think about this, right? You got Larry who saw this breakout and he got long, right? And let's say he got long right here, right? And he's got two monitors, right? On this one, he's got the charts. On this one, he actually has he's building out his new Corvette, right? Or Ferrari, whatever car, right? And as price is going up, he's like, ooh, give me the red, right? The custom paint job. As it goes higher, he's like, give me the carbon fiber. As it goes higher, ooh, let me get the upgraded wheels. And then as it starts to go down, he's like, oh, wait, hold on, put the car on pause and start watching price, and it goes lower and lower. And by the time it's down here, now he's praying, please, Lord, let this trade go back to break even. When it gets back break even, I'll never do this again. I promise. I promise, just break even, right? And price will rally and come right to his break even, right around his break even. And then all the professional traders, algos, people like us are going to sit there and go, all these people are trapped. Let's all call each other and gang up on them and short this market and push it lower. And now, what do you think he's doing? Please, Lord, Lord, please. I can't blow up another account, right? And that goes lower and lower. And then by the time it gets to a certain level, he'll just sell at market, capitulate, and what happens at that point is that's the bottom of the market, and it'll go back up and it'll make new highs, right? And the point to that story is we've all been there. Trust me, I've been there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Um, we've all been there. But if you understand what the bodies and the wicks and how important these things are, it's a very powerful tool. Um, it's like I would not be surprised if price came here, maybe up to here, and then maybe had a quick little pullback, right? Because watch how these buys, because everybody's like, these guys are all trapped, right? Now there might be more momentum, whatever, and it doesn't work, but it's just one of those things, and it happens over and over. Look at that, right? Here come the shorts, almost got right. He's happy. He's like, and what happens is when you get back to break even, does he kill it? No, he lied to God, right? I'm not a religious person, so don't take any of this the wrong way. If you are, no offense, but it's one of those things that it's kind of like you say one thing, hoping, and listen. The market could care less. The market's going to do what the market does. And until you realize this is what the market does, it doesn't matter who you pray to. Okay, it's just the way the market functions. And here's a perfect example, right? Everybody all these people that are long, they're stubborn and they don't want to take a small loss. They don't manage risk, things like that, right? And so price kind of just meanders and it gives them false hope. And then all of a sudden, straight down, right? Now, in some cases, they'll be right. Listen, a blind squirrel will find a nut once in a while, right? Broken clocks correct twice a day. So people do get lucky. So watch price. Look at what price just did. Literally touched that, okay, in reverse. Now, if we want to trade this, look, take a trade and use this high as a stop loss. Manage risk. We know what our defined risk is. I'm not taking the trade because I'm watching the AD lines. AD lines look strong, right? Price action had a chance to fall. It feels like it wants to go higher. No divergence. Everything's working in this market. Look, it's going higher, right? Nancy, you asked about these, right? On that pullback, you could have gone long, right? With the arrow when we went from red to green. Or if you missed it, maybe look for a pullback, right? And then just below that low is your exit. Again, multiple ways to trade this. But yeah, hopefully you guys like that story. Like I said, it's the market's all about what stories. Could we tell? Are they true? Who knows? Probably not, right? So is Steve really buying a Ferrari over here as he gets long here, right? And but no, of course not. But but do they work? Yeah, they do. And here's a perfect example, right? If we fall from here, then what this tells me, again, the story I tell myself, is Steve lied. Steve said if price when price was down here, if price went to his break even, he would get break even and kill the trade. Well, guess what? It kept going up. He stayed in it, never got out of break even, and because he never sold, they're going to push it back down. And that's God punishing him, right? Again, just saying all this jokingly, no offense, don't cancel me, please. I'm not Kanye, but with all that being said, it's one of those things that as we start to really dig deep into what candlesticks are and the patterns and things like that, it the story becomes true to what the price is doing. So let me know if you guys like that story, if it was helpful and all that. I'll try and do more in the future. Watch this value area high. Remember, this is from a shadow trader levels, right? This 3866 level. Would I trade it on this pattern? Probably not. Um, just because if we break out, we're probably breaking out from a double top. We could grab a fib extension. Yeah, hey, maybe it would work, right? The 127 matches up exactly there, right? Just from all this price action. We'll see. Now let's zoom out, okay? And let's look at, again, change this real quick to a 5-day, 5-minute chart. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see if these levels match up with anything. Okay, see how I grab my price level tool, right? And just kind of look at this. So if we break out, we have a resistance here from this swing high, right? Rally, price rallies, boom, fails, breaks through, pulls back, old resistance becomes new support. We bounce back up, right? And then the 61.8 is right up at those highs from the overnight session. So, yeah, look at this. Look at how perfect these levels are, right? And all I did was I drew my fib just from this price action from this high to this low. If anything, I like this level, the 72 67 level. So we'll call it 72 75. Sorry. Is that right? Yeah, yeah. 38.72.75. I'm gonna put order in for a short if we get up to that level. Right here, guys. 38.72.75. I have a pending short at that level. Uh Hey, thank you. Glad that story helped you guys. Um, yeah, I feel bad for Kanye. Easy, right? Man, he's getting canceled by everybody, even a couple football players. I'm a huge sports fan, so love football. Yeah, Donaldson from the Rams and some other guy left his agency. They're like, it's so funny because I read one of the statements, not from Donaldson, but the other guy, and he was talking about what did he say? Like the day before, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay with him," and then, of course, 24 hours later, he does a press release. After reflecting on my comments that I made, I'm like, dude, if, talking about being woke. Um, It's like, dude, either just kind of say what you feel and make the decision. Okay, so price is creeping up higher, right? One tick breakout and then a failure. Watch this. We talked about last night. I love patterns like this where you look above and fail. We have a reverse waterfall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we break down from this, is there divergence somewhere? Yeah, it's actually divergence here. No divergence here, but we have divergence or higher high, right? Not in love with it. Again, it's I'm not going to trade, I'm not going to jump in, but it's one of those things where be patient. Look, the market's doing nothing today. I wish there were more trades. I think last night we took what 4 trades, 4 or 5 trades. Tonight we haven't done one yet. But remember, all you need is one good trade, right, for the day. So, okay, so we just broke below. Now, I will say if you want, right, again, not trade advice, I'll try it. Want to know something? 62. The high is at 60. Hold on. 62.25 with a high at 63.25. You can't try this trade, I think. I'm going to try 62.25 with a 63.50 stop. Actually, I'm going to try this right here. I'm going to try a 62.50 entry with a 63 stop. And what I'm looking for, because we have this divergence here, we actually almost have, it's not divergent, but almost a double top. But if we could rally back up, I'm only going to look for a point on this. I don't think we're going to have a massive fall, but I think we could get a snapback up here like this and then this. This is all I'm looking for. I'm going to risk 1 point to make 1 point. I'm just looking for the retest of these highs and trap these guys right here. Again, manage risk. We're using the charts will tell you exactly where to put your stop above high of day, right? One tick above. We're either right or right out of the trade. Yes, I also have one at 38.72, 75, Nancy. Again, none of this is trade advice, just got to protect myself. But it's just, those are the orders I have. And again, I'm just looking for a quick smash and grab trade. Look at how we're coming back up, right? Get filled and we get stopped out, right? I'm okay with it. We managed risk. We're not taking a bigger loss, right? And hopefully we'll make it back. But again, just look for that smash and grab. I was in love with it, like I said, but it could have worked because of the setup. Um, I would have loved to see this have divergence, the stochastic with this. That would have been the A plus plus setup. This was a probably, we'll call it now looking afterwards, a B minus. So now we're looking at this 1618 pullback. And what I would love to see up here, okay, I would love to see a divergence. I'd love to see a touch, a pullback, a new high, and see divergence, this oversold, pullback, lower high. So, but again, manage risk, you'll be okay. In here, it's a 2 point stop loss up here with a 2 point target. Again, the way I look at the market, I'm either right or right out of the trade. So nice move, right? Right up. Look where we stopped. Right at the value area high from a shadow trader, right? Hold on. Um, I thought I still had it. But yeah, that 3866 right to it. That's why I love it. Hopefully that one little nugget is something you guys will add to your chart. You guys have the code for it, everything like that too. So we are making higher highs, higher lows, right? Micro time frame, bigger time frame. Is there a trade on a potential pullback here? Right here, right? So I'm watching. I might try this trade at 38.58 to 75% retracement because it's wick low, wick high right here. See these two wicks in this and then this, right? Multiple things. If we get down, I'll try the 58 for a long. I kind of like it for a retracement. Just don't know if we will get it or not. So I got an order in. Essentially, I'm looking for a pullback to the 75 and then a quick bounce up. Maybe I should have done the 61, right? So with that bounce, I'm canceling it. I would have rather seen a flush. I'm okay missing the trade. I'm not going to sit there. We had the 2 point bounce, right? We just missed it. Could still go here and bounce, yes. But if it stops at 61, has a nice big bounce, I'll wait. That was a tough one. Could have gone either. I was being a little more conservative on that. So, but yeah, we're too far away from it. Let's look at the market profile over here now. Okay, look at this. We're starting to build out a high volume node up here. Okay, essentially, we may bounce around these levels right here and build out the market profile right here. Right? And then shift up like a nice distribution and then shift the point of control higher. That's one scenario. Another scenario is we just fall, go lower, and then kind of build back down here. But we'll see. Like this. So we overshot a little bit. Yeah, this is why I don't like it, right? Yeah, it might work, might not. It's not something I'm in love with. I would have rather seen us flush here and then go. And look at that. If we took it, we probably would have been stopped out right here. No, actually, we came one tick from being stopped out. Well, watch this guy over here bounce right at the value area high, right? Maybe we rally, fill this in to where this trade will probably work now. But AD line's holding up pretty well, making new highs, right? Price makes new highs. AD line makes new highs. So let's erase this, get rid of this, get rid of this line. And there would have been our target hit. But again, I'm okay with it. Now, look at what's setting up right now. Okay. We have pullback. Stochastics rolled over near the lows. We're now rallying hard. I love this setup because we could look at this. We're not even at the highs, right? Sorry, we're at the highs, but look where the stochastic is. It should be way up here, right? What I would love is to see a quick pop up here, fill us, and then pull back down and start to create a potential divergence over here and then also over here. Just so this, again, I'm trying to think ahead. So remember 72.75 is our order. Hey Bob, appreciate you doing the live. Is your dome from OEC? Do you mind me asking who do you declare? No. So my dome is stage 5, Bob. Stage 5 trading. And then I think they clear I think it's ran through Dorman maybe. I have no clue, but yeah, it's commissions are inexpensive over there. Their stuff works all the time. I've been with them for years. They're cheaper than Thinkorswim. So if we could get one more pop, no, there's not going to be any divergence, okay? Because we're already now higher, right? But if we could just see a quick pop and then reverse. Now, this yellow line, just so you guys know, is the first hour high. Okay, it's still moving. We have about a minute left until it stops moving, right? And then it'll become static. This is the first hour low. These other red lines are the 31, the 38 and 61%, and then the 210 extensions. So nice, clean reverse waterfall. One, two, three, four, five. Trend is higher, 80 lines higher, a little bit of excess now up here. Was that the high? Do we pull back and start to fill all this out and move the point of control up and have a double distribution? This is why I love this chart, right? I got to act like a weatherman and kind of look into the future. Hey, is this what's happening here? What's going on? Another thing we could do is grab our fib tool, go from this low to this high, right? Back down. Do things line up? Wow, look at that, like magic, right? The 1618 matches up on both of them. Fib pullback, grab our fibs. Maybe the 618, 6150. I'll try it. I'll try the 6150 because it lands right up here, right? Remember our breakout level, support level? If we came back down, nice support right at 61.8. So again, 6150, 2 point stop, 2 point target. So here comes price down. Really? Okay, so I'm canceling the trade because we missed this trade. Missed it by a tick or whatever. It is what it is. It would have worked. Look at that. And those are frustrating sometimes, right? But it was dead on, right? That trade just missed it. So never got the fill. We're okay with it. So now, remember, we still have this guy up here, right? Yeah, sometimes the evenings are a little more technical, right? Work a little better, but so here is something that I'm watching. This leg, if we were to reverse right here, I still like it. The 127 now matches up, right? Interesting. Trying to think if we should move our trade up here, but we'll still leave it here. Actually, the 74. So the overnight high was 74 and a quarter. I'm canceling this trade. May work. It's I'm struggling because if we break out from this, right? Here's where I have a problem right now. And this is where, as traders, we need to become flexible and adjustable, right? And just because we like a number doesn't mean it has to stay. Price came close, reversed, right? But now, if we rally and we break out the spare flag, think of the energy we're going to have, right? It's different energy than we had before. If we go here and we pull back, look at where my 2 point target is, just right here, right? Is it going to go, or do I go up here to this high that we had earlier, right? Over here, and maybe retest it, which is right around that 74 and a quarter level. And the reason I say that is because look at where our 1618 is, 74, almost 75. I'd rather trade that, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Um, and play that guy versus this, but it's a tough one because look where my stop is, right? 74.75. Let me know what you guys think. Should we move it? Should we move it up to like that 74.75 level, or even all the way up to this 200 level, or leave it here? I'll let you guys make the choice. Let me know what you guys think I should do. Yeah, definitely a hard day to trade. Listen, some days it's like shooting fish out of the what you call it? Um, out of a barrel. Other days it's like, oh man, I'm gonna leave it. I'll leave it because if we rally and we go all the way up, right? In a straight line, it'll be overextended. And as we make new highs, we might have divergence over here on the what you call it, AD lines too. Just so you guys know, I may move this really quick. My target to 2 point, I might move it to a point. I'm gonna watch what price does as we get there, right? And look, we may have potential divergence going on too on both MACD and also stochastic on this move higher, which I would love to see. Yeah, see this pause right here. Now it's giving him more energy to pop through again, right? I don't like it. I'm moving it 74, 75. I'm now going to play this level right here. I just feel like they're going to blow through. Again, it may work, it may not, but I don't like it. Look at how we're creeping up to it, right? I'd rather see just a huge pop and then reverse. And look, we came within, what was it, a couple ticks, right? Came within a tick or two, and then kind of had that pullback. I've learned we would have missed either way. I would have canceled it, but so I think they're gonna blow through and go up here. Hey Jay, what's going on, man? So let's paper trade it, see if it worked. Yeah, look at that, right? The market's strong. This is why I moved it. I didn't think it was gonna work. Like I said, still could, but we'd be taking a ton of heat. Better be safe than sorry. Which will work now, right? Hey Jay, well, what stuff are you talking about the chart layout, Jay? Because I do it in the chat, like live chat. Here, I'll share flex. Here's one of the current flux grid. I just put in the chat. So look at this, right? That trade actually now would have worked. We would have taken some heat, but it would have worked, right? Came all the way back down. Now the problem is look at how close we came up here, right? Do we love this? I don't, be honest with you. Maybe potential divergence, but Okay, hey, so Jay, real quick. So you want to take that link, right? To paste it into your platform. Just copy it, go into your setup, go into open shared item, and then paste it like this. You then open shared item after I press import, and then preview and then import, and you'll be able to open it on your Thinkorswim. And we're on the Flex grid, and you'll want to save it to your Flex grid. So I'm canceling this guy. Well, not no more. I'm not. Yeah. So I try to cancel that guy. It might actually work out for the best. I don't like this trade. I try to cancel it. We will see. I'm looking for a point, maybe even break even. I don't like it. I want to go up here, and I'm gonna put another order in up here. I just got stopped out. That was me doing other stuff. 79, 78, 75. I'm playing off these. That's my mistake. And look at that one tick, stop down, now reverse. That one hurts, right? Came up, literally stopped me out. But I like this level right here, 79 or 78, 75, the 200%. Because we have multiple 200s. So here, I'm going to draw a fib. I will look for a long on the fib if we pull back. I don't think we're done going up yet. AD lines, look at the AD lines, potential divergence here going on. I mean, actually, more like this, bigger picture. Are you serious? One tick, pull back, right? Let's see. Here's our 200. Remember, I said this has 95% odds usually of working. This is where everybody's target was. Here we go. Come on. Huge order there, which I don't like. I'm managing risk. Uh, I'll leave it. Let trade play out. So we got about 5 seconds left. Nice potential reversal candle. If we could break that, it'll break this reverse waterfall. I'm moving my target up. Yeah, moving my stop to one tick above high of day. I'm moving, so I'm managing risk. I'm moving my target to 1 point. I don't like this. I'm probably late on it. Should have done it sooner, but out 6 ticks. Some days you're on, some days you're off, right? Market loves you. The other, that I should have been quicker on it. Saw it was struggling. So let's back up, reevaluate, right? So here's a good lesson, right? Is when you see something, act quicker on it. Don't if it, we need to pivot quicker. And I kind of was busy doing something else instead of watching. When I wanted to move, took a loss there, and then kind of that guy I should have taken profits quicker, taken my point when I saw certain things happen. But is what it is. Lesson learned, move forward, right? And the reason I say this is the way my brain works, right? Think of it that way. We just broke this reverse waterfall, massive reverse waterfall, broke it. We do have, we'll call it, listen, we have a divergence here. We have divergence here. I'm actually looking, I might look to short. We got a double top. Not a huge fan of it. I don't want to get chopped up, so I'm gonna sit on my hands. If we pull back, I'll look to get long at this breakout. Probably the 3871 level. 38 somewhere in here if we do go. Now, I would love real quick for anybody really want to learn divergence. Pulling back, right? We have a little divergence here. I would love to see us make new highs, but then this really go nowhere, right? And then we can have a really clean divergence. Same with this, right? See a pop and then a reverse and then a reverse waterfall break. There's part of me where I want to get short here. But I'm not going to. Just look at this, right? We're going lower, right? Which, but we're going nowhere. This is probably going to go higher, another leg higher. Um, so this is where I have mine at 3891. Nancy. Yeah, so you're at 3892. We're right around the same place. And that will probably act as a resistance level on the way up. 38. So this little low volume node right here, which is at 70 and a quarter, 38.70 and a quarter, which is also this maybe they may pull this back to clean this up. Okay, so bear flag, right? Fib extension. And Nancy, here's a good way to try and do it as we're pulling back, right? Draw fibs and see if things line up, right? At that 38.92 level, if that's a level you're looking for. I'll tell you right now from the morning high and low, the first hour high and low, we have a 1618 fib extension at 38.9250. So just something to be aware of. So buyers are definitely in control here. You could see in the market profile, bottom left-hand corner, you see these high volume nodes, which means, okay, cool, they're still really trying to get buyers in there. So, or they potentially might move the point of control all the way up and trade sideways and fill in this market profile, right? It's kind of like a picture that the market's drawing, and we got to figure out what that picture is. Yeah, market just churning, building out profile here. Still like it. I like this 70 and a quarter level. If we get down there, I'll look for a long. I'm gonna put an order in 70 and a quarter. So nice potential bull flag forming too. Give it a little more time, maybe kind of flush and then bounce. So here comes the flush. Get that right off that trend line. maybe a bounce, and another leg lower in a couple minutes. So potential bounce up, roll back over, and then finally, as time goes, right, it'll go. But we'll see. I mean, over on this chart, we could see just more clean what we're looking for right here. We're looking for this over here, right? So get rid of this. And then what this is what I'm thinking, guys. We're gonna pull back here, fill this in, right? And then churn back up and start to fill in this market profile. We may even, yeah, 68. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm dropping my order down 69 and a quarter. It's probably going to be the wrong thing to do, but I want to lean on this 1618. And here goes the market. So right here, guys, watch this. Look at what's going on divergence wise, right? Made double bottom low here, but look at where our divergence is, right, on this candle. This is interesting. Fib extension. So 50, that 7150 was the level, but let's go. Let's grab our fib extension, see if things line up, right? We're getting close, right? I like that 91, 92 level on the upside for the short. But right now we're again, look at the profile, right? We almost came down to it, and look at how they're now filling in this profile. And this is why I say I love this 3 minute today only chart. Making new highs, 80 lines making new highs, divergence a little bit here, but no divergence here. There is here, MACD, but not on, a little bit on the stochastic, right? But we'll see. Hey, Aaron, how do you know, how do you how is sync drawings from desktop? I think you just change it on your mobile. I don't use the mobile that much for a chart sale, but I believe you need to change everything to your drawing set that you have on your desktop. It should link up, I believe, Aaron. Okay. So look, we know we have a point of control up here at 91. Nancy has hers at 92. We have a VPOC, or sorry, a fib extension 92.50. I'm going to do an order in and 92 for a short. We also have our 200 up here, so I'm going to look for that short up here. So hopefully we could kind of get a divergence into it. That would be the perfect trade setup. But essentially, this level right there is what I'm looking for. So I'd love to see a pullback, right? And then a move higher. We do have divergence, double top, divergence here, double top, which will give us divergence, and then this right here. We just broke below, but again, not in love with it. No, Jay. Just doing the futures. Yeah, no options. Just because I'm a scalper, right? Just trying to scalp things. Look at that, right? Retest of the prior high right at the 38.2. Mark is definitely strong. Watch this, right? Make new highs. Do we get divergence here? Maybe, but yeah, here, market. So think about it, right? You got Google, Microsoft came out with bad earnings, Instruments, right? Bad earnings, and the market could care less. I mean, we're up on the day, right? After being down. Um, Market's weird right now overall. It's just kind of like you got the buyers and we're in that mode. Potential divergence saying up right here, guys. Not saying it's happening, but just to kind of be aware of it. But for this to confirm, we need price to break below the previous candle's low. I'm not in love with it. Not what I look for. So if we break below here, yeah, you could try and take a trade, right? One tick below, and then use that as your stop loss, right? High of day. Or if we break below, maybe jump in here, okay, with high of day stop. That's another way to trade it for maybe a quick little scalp or something like that. I don't think we're there yet. I think the market still wants higher. And the reason I say that is because over here on our market profile, there's no excess, right? So without the excess, and watch, we're going to take that out. Just took it out, right? Again, this is just what I call ratchet. It's kind of like when you ratchet something, you go, right? And it just goes up by one tick, two ticks, and then reverses and goes up, right? We're just stair stepping higher. And that's not what we really want to look for. So remember, we have a order in 92. Just we want to see it pop right into this level. It's also a naked VPOC, right? Right up around that level. Divergence here. We could see it clearly, but again, we need to wait for him to ring the bell. So interesting. I might try this trade right here. 87 and a quarter. Don't like it. Look at this, right? And here's what I'm looking at. This divergence essentially right here, but not in love with it. Because remember, I want to see divergence here too, right? I want to see that higher probability trade. So let's see if we could take this out, come up, fill us, and then reverse. So, like I said, this is why I didn't like that trade. It's almost like here's the divergence I'm looking for right here and right here, right? I want to see a quick pop, everybody panicking, right? And then drop it and look at our stochastic lagging, right? 90, 50. One more push. Oh, there's our 91. Okay. Our VPOC is filled, so let's get rid of this. Maybe 91 was the trade, right? But I think we got one more push. Yeah, got right here 92, Nancy. We might not get to it. 91 might have been the trade, but we'll see. Okay. So watch this. If we pull back to like 90 right now, I'm canceling this trade, right? Because already it's gonna make the move, right? Yeah, I'm canceling. We missed it by a tip. That's the way my day's going, right? Listen, I'll tell you guys the good and the bad of my day, right? Got stopped out on a couple of trades, missed it by a tick. That would have just worked perfect, right? It's part of trading. Um, but you gotta be okay with it. Yeah. I may try this for a short at 91 if we break below. If we break below right here, I'm gonna put order in at 91 with a 92 stop. So I just got short because I'm looking for a kickback because there is the divergence here, and divergence here. Okay, there was our kickback, right? Our fill. I'm just looking for because the market's now bearish. I'm looking for a continuation lower, and we'll see if it happens, right? Or there's my 92. Again, my days just so it's one of those days, right? If we get a reversal candle, I will try one more time because I'll want to lean against this. And here's the best part. We should have left that 92, right? So if we break here, I'll look for a short at 91.50 and 92. I want to see a kickback because look at our divergences, right? They're all showing. We know we're at a major level and we're looking for the kickback. So here we're just looking for the kickback. I might even go 91 and a quarter. 91 and a quarter, 92, we'll see. And then stop above a high of day at 93. So I just got filled on two of them. Wow. This market does not like me today in new highs. But again, manage risk, then take full losses on them, right? Risk reward. And watch out. If this works, then the market's against me, right? It's a hard one. Look at the stochastic, man. It, I gotta try it again. And again, to look at our stochastic, right? Our MACD. Look at these divergences. And the part that ain't gonna be fun is it's gonna fall from here, probably. Hey, millionaire Mike, how do I get rid of the fear of losing money when I trade and let my winners ride? This is what I would suggest: trade with what you're comfortable with, right? Trade a very small amount and have a defined risk and target. Okay. If you're able to control those things, right? Where I'm okay. I'm down $400 today. I'm fine with it because I'm managing risk. Like my mental state, I keep missing things. Look at this. I just missed this trade, right? By a tick. That would have worked. I had 91.50, went to 91 in the quarter. Okay. Missed it by a tick. Guess what? I would have gotten my target. But I'm okay risking what I'm risking, right? Because of my account size and the way I am, I understand what's going on. I'm managing my risk. I'm doing all these things, right? You, for you, you're not me. You're you, right? um, and I would sit there and say, hey, trade one micro, trade this, like trade whatever you're comfortable with. But before you enter the trade, always have a stop loss, a target, and a what you call it, um, entry, right? So you know exactly how much you're risking. If you look at no one trade, if I risked more than 2 points, and a lot of my trades I've actually done a lot less too, right? Worth of a risk. So then the 2 points. So it's just being comfortable and understanding what you're okay with. So hopefully that helps, but also having a plan of everything. So I'm looking for a 92 short again. I'm leaning against a body, right? These bodies, divergence. If we could get a quick little pullback, right? Because look at our divergence, right? And that's what I'm playing off of. This is our kickback. Boom. So just got a point or 2 points, right? Got $100 back. Now I'm only down 300. Okay. This is a very clean divergence with the kickback, right? Very low risk. I think on that trade I had what a point and a quarter of risk, and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps, Mike. Yeah, it's listen, it's hard, right? But trade small. Trade small enough to where you're okay with it. So right now we know we have a high, right? We got this low from this leg. Now we could draw fibs, right? But again, market strong. Look at the market profile. They're building out a volume profile, right? A high volume node right near these highs. I won't be surprised if we bounce around here because we could see it in the market profile, right? This is the holy grail of all charts, I believe. And so it's kind of like, look at this. This is the highest node from all this, right? Even coming out here, the longer we chop right around here, we may move this point of control all the way up, which means we are accepting prices up here at higher levels. So, what time is it? 8:30. So we're 2 hours in. Yeah, I got beat up a little bit today, but again, were any of the trades bad? No, they just didn't work, right? Um, am I mad? No, because I understand what my risk tolerance is. I understand how to manage my risk and things like that, right? Just the market that we're doing is a little different, and we're just in a very trending market today. So maybe a pullback, right? If we come back down into the 76 level, 75, that might be a nice buy zone based on the market profile, right? But then if I come over here, I look at that same 76, 75 level, right? We're at the 75% fib. So if we do have a pullback and they start to clean this profile up and start to color it with gray, shades might be worthwhile for a trade down there, right? And work our way out of the hole. Um, give me a second, guys. Hey Jay, I'm reading your email. So you're saving the platform, but you can't find it. Where are you saving it to? So if you, well, I would do this. I would go Control C, right? Control copy from the link in the chat, right? So now it's saved on your clipboard, right? Go into setup, go into open shared item, and then go control V's and Victor to paste it. Try that. So if you come in here, it should look something like this, right? Um, so we're just churning. Like I said, watch this market profile. Gotcha. It's a yeah. Just go like once you copy the link, just highlight it right with your mouse, Jay. And then just go Control C for copy. Go over to Setup, Open Shared Item, and then in the open space, left click in there, and then Control V's and Victor, and then it should come up. So hopefully that works. So let me know if that works. Hey, Kieran. Um, hey, Millionaire Mike. Yeah. I mean, if we break 92, we're probably going higher, right? And I'll tell you that just from look at the profile, right? There's no excess. The auction is not over yet, right? But look at this. They will probably if we pull back, I might get long right around this 38%, and then they'll probably bounce it back up. Like I said, try and clean up all this profile. But yeah, the market just is really flagging out right now. This isn't a high. The market's going higher today because this pattern right here on the market profile is usually not what ends a market, right? You don't end a move higher like this. Let's do this. Let's pull up this guy. So I'm watching. This is our what you call it, our regular market profile, 1 minute, 60 minute profiles, right? Well, it's not to fill in the gaps. It's Mike, it's this, right? Think of somebody's controlling the market, and these little profiles is price trades at these levels, right? What happens is contracts are going off, and as more and more contracts go off, it colors all this in. That's why you get perfect bell-shaped curves like this. Like people say the market's random, I disagree because it's too perfect sometimes, right? Like you see the stair step. Think about this, right? You see the gray on the downside, the black on the upside, stair step higher, and they become almost perfect, right? But when you see them choppy, low volume nodes here, right, they usually backfill and they'll clean a lot of this stuff up. And then what you'll see is excess a lot of times, which are usually wicks on candles that create the excess. If we reverse from here, we'll now have a little bit of excess here, and then we could come back down and churn around here and maybe bring this point of control all the way up here because look at how far out it's going, right? It's almost like too perfect. Why would they go higher? This is very clean. They've done a lot of work. So they're going to come back down, clean this up, and then move the point of control higher. That's what I believe is going to happen. So And like I said, I've been watching this for so many years. That's usually the way it works. But look at this. Right? Kind of so now we have a little bit of excess. All these people may be trapped up here, right here. And if they pull it, then they're really trapped. And look at this, right? Here's divergence here, right? You got divergence here, you got divergence here. So I'm going to look for a short right here at 75 with the high of day break. This is our kickback, right? And I think they're going to pull this back down. And my stop is above this wick high. Like I just feel like with all this is double divergence. Again, I'm trading my chart, right? And my signals and what they're telling me. Trying to leave my bias of everything else outside the market, right? And here we go. Come on. One more tick. Oh. Didn't get a fill. Uh. I'm out. So I just had two winners in a row, guys. Man. So when I say clean this up, Nancy, I mean think of it this way. Here we'll do another quick little story, right? So when I say clean this up, it's think of it as one person, right? I I, I kind of say tongue in cheek that one person controls the stock market, right? S&P futures. Okay, things are too perfect to have tens of thousands of people randomly trading, but yet the patterns come out so perfect. And what I mean by this is look at how clean this profile is. It's like if you were to take stairs down, there's a stair here, a stair here, stair here, right? It's a very clean stair. If you're to take them up, step up, step up, step up, right? It's a very clean market profile. This is a perfect bell-shaped curve. Here, it's not cleaned up, right? So they need to push price back lower to clean all of this back up. Okay. And what it does is it cleans up these little anomalies, right? Because what makes these anomalies are very few contracts being traded on a move higher, right? So it's kind of like as we go sideways, there are more and more contracts. Remember, volume is on its side and by price, not by time, right? So it's not like per candle like normal volume. So if you look at our current what's going on, look at this. There's 35 contracts on the bid. Well, those are getting filled, right? And so that's what's creating these high volume nodes, right? The low volume is price just blows through a level, breaks out, and keeps marching higher. Very few contracts are traded at that level. And so what happens with this is price you and usually needs to come back to clean up that profile because look at this chart. Look at how clean all these profiles are, right? This one's a little ugly, but even the ones they would pull back and fill, right? Go above, come back and fill this in. Okay, but very clean market profiles, right? And so even here, right? Yeah, there are some anomalies, but look at how clean They are. Up here, it's really clean down here, a little bit clean here, but here they need to clean this up by pulling it back and making it a very clean ramp bell-shaped curve. So I hope that helps, Nancy. That's what I mean by clean. So yeah, so that trade work, I probably should have left it a little longer, whatever. Um, for my full target, but I didn't want to be a bleep for a tick. Um, but again, now would I take this? No, no. But the reason I took this trade right here is because we had the divergence, double divergence right here, right? We had a wick candle. So all those people were trapped, like the story I told earlier this morning. All these people were trapped. And so when I saw this, I go, hey, we broke. Let me, with the divergence, let me get short with minimal risk and look for the push down. And right after I got out, they pushed it even lower. But again, the trade worked. Here's another scenario, right? We're trying rally, but now things aren't as clean, right? But again, they'll probably still bring it back down. I won't be surprised if they bring it back down and clean this up um, to do it. Now, a poor high is without excess, Nancy. This is a poor high right here. I like to call them tabletops. Think of it like a picnic table. If you could sit at that table and eat a sandwich, right? It's a picnic table, right? It's a long table. Here, long table, right? There's really no excess. But when I talk about excess, man, there's no excess anywhere, right? They're all table tops right here, right? Tabletop here. Maybe if anything's in excess, it would be this right here. This is excess to downside. But even here, normally this is a good example of excess right in there. But these are poor highs. Same thing what Brad calls them. I know which Brad you're talking about. So So as the market starts to look, we're just crazy. I hate markets like this, right? It's very hard, very little opportunity for markets like this because we just, there's no two-sided market, right? It's like, yeah, we tried this, we got beat up a couple times, but then we had a couple winners in a row for a couple for a few points, right? Make up, we were down what 410, we're down two and a quarter. Now look for two more good trades. We're back to even for the day. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. And also, Jay, let me know if you were or yeah, Jay, let me know if you were able to get that chart into your Thinkorswim. So markets just kind of breaking higher. Let's look at the bigger picture, right? Zoom out. Let's go to daily, right? This is what the market's doing. I mean, where could we potentially find resistance on the market? Probably right here, which is these lows right here, and then these highs. somewhere right between our 39.20 to 39.30 levels. Here's another potential. I mean, we got a big divergence over here. Like, look at this, right? If we kick back, I'm going to try a short. I'm going to lean against this 96 level with a high of day. So if we could get a kickback, I want to see a kickback and then a reversal back down. I'm just leaning against this right here, this high. We could create a shoulder, head, another shoulder potentially, right? If you want be a little more conservative, you can lean against 96.50, 96.75. Let's go 96 and a quarter. And this would be our kickback, right? With our divergence. Yeah, definitely a slow grind. Hey, yoga girl. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining the live stream. Oh, hey, Jay. Okay, so real quick, um, so when I save it, I can't find it in my studies list. It's not going to be in your studies list because I'm giving you a grid. So if you come over here, if you watch my screen, right below on demand, click this right here, these grids, and then it should show up right inside there. And it'll probably say whatever, say shared main or something. Let me know if that works for you because that's where it's being saved. So yeah, it's not going to be in your studies. These are just charts, right? I didn't give you a chart. I actually gave you the full grid, but you also got to be on your flex grid for it too. Try and save it again. So real quick, look at this, right? We never got that kickback. And look at where we're coming down, right? Now, I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to watch. We're oversold right now on the stochastic, but watch this. We're going to come down and clean this up and again, shift the point of control up higher probably. Okay, so look at this, right? Even a kickback, believe it or not, I still like this level, that 96 and a quarter level. If we get back up there, I might try a short. right? Because then it'll create, think about it, right? We have our neckline, shoulder, head, and then this would become our shoulder. Yeah, I'll try it. I'm gonna put order in 96 and a quarter. Look for this, and then they'll roll back over. Hey, Jay, real quick, check your email. I just sent you something if you're not able to. Oh, you got it? Okay, perfect. Okay. Hey guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Um, if you have anything, I'll try and answer them the best I can. But look at again, this is why I love this chart down here, guys. I will say it over and over and drill it in your head. My holy grail chart. Look at how they've cleaned up everything, right? It's now becoming a very clean bell-shaped curve over here. And wait, they're going to shift this white line all the way up here more than likely. Not guaranteed, but just all this sideways churn is creating that, and they're saying this is the fairest price to do business. Give me a second, I'll be right back. So I'm gonna watch straw fib real quick. Retracement from this swing low all the way up to the highs. Nice bounce off this low right here. Cancel this order. This ain't in effect anymore. And then down here, again, churn this. And when I say churn, just kind of trade sideways, I feel like. Maybe pull it back to this VWAP. Now, is there a trade potentially right here? Yeah, I think so. If you want to take a quick little scalp, we're making lower highs and lower lows, right? Maybe back to this VWAP line, body, body, maybe 92 level. Remember that 92, 92.50 was that major pullback, right? So let's grab a tiny fib, go here, up here, lands right at our 75, that 91.50. Kind of like it with maybe a stop above, but we'll see. Yeah, this thing might kind of come all the way back down. Watch this, clean up this, all this of the market profile right here and come down to value area high or even this level. In here, I like this 91.50 with the 93 stop. I'm going to try it. Essentially stop above here. Actually, I like 92.50 if we get there. So it's currently almost 9 a.m. here, 12 Eastern. See if we could get another trade in. Again, I'd love to see a rally back up into this level right here. Right around here. And this is where I'm going to look for a potential short. That would create a very clean head and shoulders too, maybe. But and then also if we look over here, right, it gives us our 93 level to pull out the point of control. Point of control looks like it wants to be around 92, give or take. I'm going to get long here too. And my stop is going to go at 86 even. I like this reversal. Oversold, right? Nice little baby divergence right there. Divergence here. And again, push it back up into these levels. So looking for 2 points back to 39 level. Right there. And my stop is one tick below here. And win if you can't, if you don't play the game, right? Come on. See that push up, right? We're pushing higher. Get back up to this VWAP right here. Oh, right there. Boom. Sold. Another 2 points. We're now down 125. Started off weak and then we're coming back strong. So that was a great trade. Really no risk. Divergence, right? Right here was our divergence, right? Because if we put our mouse on this low of the candle, we see the divergence here. We see it here. It's very subtle, but the more you watch it, our target right here, right in front of this VWAP, we got filled out, move on to the next trade. Remember, trading, you're only as good as your last trade, but no one trade should define you. You saw me take what, 3 or 4 losers? No, four or five losers in a row, right? Now we got 3 winners in a row. And we're almost back to break even for the day. And we missed a bunch of trades by a tick, right? That would have, and that's where we kind of got we just certain things happen. Again, mistakes on my part, but I'm looking for the short at 92.50 because I'm looking for them to fill this, rally up a little bit, and then backfill and come in here. That's all I'm looking for here. And look at that. The point of control just got shifted higher, right? I've been calling for this for a while. They might kind of start to fill this out a little more. So let's see if we could get a push higher and then kind of smack down reversal. Really? We must have buy a tick? Well, another trade we missed by a tick, right? And look at the reversal. So we'll see. So I'm going to look for a point on this. We'll see. 94 is my stop. If we could just get a quick little pullback. Again, do they come back in, fill in this profile a little deeper? Come back, retest that point of control? No, no. So stopped out. Of course, now it takes me into reverses, right? Hey Jay, we'll see you later. Hey, I'm gonna send you each individual chart, Jay, of those links, um, for each chart that you could save individually. That should fix the problem. It should have all the studies and all that, Jay. So I'll email you all that stuff. As for time, no, I might do. I'm probably gonna jump off here in a few minutes, and then don't know when I'll be on again. Probably next day or two. Probably evening session. So look at that. So I was correct on this trade right here, right? I was correct, but yeah, I got stopped out, right? It just overshot um, a little bit over, literally went to my target. I gave it a point and a half, not my original 2 points. Um, is what it is. Stopped out, but we are. I'm actually probably. I'm getting long right here. I think they're going to bounce it up a little bit and get back to the point of control. That's all I'm playing right here. This kind of point of control type of move, right? We just churn because look at all this area right here, right? Boom. They're gonna want to clean all this up. I'm looking for a point. Boom. I'm out. Picked up a point down 150. So again, just these little anomalies. If you could see them, they're just trying to clean up back and forth for the next few minutes. I bet. And do I go back to the well, 90 to 91 again? Right? Yeah, try. Yeah. Again, this is ultra scalping, right? Just playing this move right here to clean this up, right? That's all we're looking at. But look, overall, today was kind of not the best, right? Not the worst. Um, things I like, things I didn't like. Uh, Today, missed a lot of trades by a tick that would have worked, that would have changed our entire P&L, and all that. But listen, I'll take a small loss today. I'm okay with it. Um, like I said, there are trades that could have been better. Um, and I made a couple mistakes, and happens to the best of us. So, but with that being said, I think I'm gonna kill it for the day. I think I'm done. My voice is getting very scratchy, and all that, but I do appreciate everybody being here. And if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Before I leave, I'll stay on for another minute in case anybody has questions. But like I said, maybe I'll jump on tomorrow for an hour or two. Let me see how my schedule is. If not, probably not till next week. And all that. But I do appreciate you guys and everybody. So thank you. real quick, I'm trying a 88. I missed it. Yeah, that didn't work. We'll see. I'm trying this. Just a move back up into it, but probably not. But okay. Well, hey, let's we'll talk to you guys later on and have a good day, guys. Thank you.